Hey guys, how's it going? Oh, I am now off until next Wednesday. All paid, all good, all wonderful. Yes, us Canadians we get an extra day off, so and I'm getting paid right now. It's kind of cool. I got paid to go home early today. It was kind of neat. Really cool place I work for. Much better year. A lot to be thankful for. So it's 1:03 p.m. on the day before Christmas Eve, December 23rd. It's like Christmas Eve today, though. It's kind of weird because last working day or half day or whatever the hell you want to call it. So I'm in Barstow. Mike Ski is on. I was just checking out. He had a server going, so we were just testing it out. Everything looks good. And holy crap! Look at those engines all over the place. What the? Oh, jeez. And I was told not to delete something or other, and I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure that out. So, yeah, this is going to be one of those things where the server clock right now is stuck on the 21st, 9:25. I don't know what day of the week this is technically at, but it'll be interesting because what we're trying to do is get back to an established cycle. And what's cool about this is the way, because of AI and everything that's been introduced, this is the way that we're heading. Um, Assuming everything is okay, and that's what I'm going to check right now. And so far, it's looking good because I see those are at 32. I'm just going to go through and make sure. Yeah, 119. So those things aren't moving right now because the server clock is up. But the fact that there's actual values in them. Now those are various because at the time or during the session, somewhere in between it was set off at certain areas. So they're not moving right now. So everything is actually at a standstill, which is cool because it tells you everything that is either ready, which West Colton's got some stuff. San Bernardino has stuff that's ready in the auto facility. So you can come on any. You don't even have to check the forms. Well, you should check the forms anyways, but you can go on and see that certain things, like the cargo, that part of cargo's ready. I don't know what's up with that. Oh, don't worry about that. That's okay. That's just extra stuff. It's the same stuff. I don't know. It means it's in the yard or some silly. I don't know. We're still working on some of this stuff. So, but if it's ready, then you know everything else is fine. That was weird how it showed up on X and then it went that way and just the way it's sorted. So, you know what's ready. You look in the auto. You look at. Everything else is not ready. Now, unfortunately, because of the freeze clock, you're not going to be able to go in and spend an hour and load like we used to do. It was causing issues anyways with the cards that were coming across. So, what you would normally do, and I have not been in Barstow for a while, so this is kind of just I'm going to go through a whole idea as if you want to run a yard. Now, typically, when you're coming on, check to see what people are doing first. Don't assume that if somebody's working a certain yard that they want help. You can always ask. I mean, maybe I could use the extra help. I don't know. But there's other jobs to be done, so don't assume. And I want to say that very respectfully because I don't want people to get offended or whatever. I mean, the same goes in a session. If people are planning to do certain things in a session, or even if they've taken over certain positions during a session, just see what other people are doing first before you just jump in and say, okay, I'm going to be running this, or I'm going to be doing this, and just If it's a train anywhere, who cares? If it's a local anywhere, who cares? As long as somebody said that they didn't want it, go for it. There's plenty of stuff to do in California, is what I'm saying. So today I'm going to work on Barstow. Um, and if people want to help, that's okay. They can ask. That's fine. Channel Zero, we can all chat, whatever. Um, but otherwise, I have a plan, and I'm going to go with it. And as long as the server doesn't crash on me because we're changing a tag or some silly thing like that, which is really weird. Hopefully, they'll have these things fixed. I haven't checked the forums today because I didn't have a lunch break today because this is my end of lunch and I'm off, so I'm happy. So normally you can go into the wiki activity because I'm focusing on Barstow. What you would do then, you always want to go back to the last day. Now I don't have to worry about Victorville and Oro Grande or Victorville. Then I want to go down here to the Barstow Yard report back on the 22nd, which is the last day. So massive, massive cleanup of all things local. This will be long. It's okay. I will try to keep line items themselves short. I lost track of how many final CMX. That's okay. And it took a while. Please note that there is a long run of CMX 2-bay hoppers in the bowl. These should not be deleted. They are the last with a smidgen in spots in old yard strings. These will need to be delivered. Really? Okay, whatever. They are the last with a smidgen in spots in old yard strings. Okay, whatever. I won't touch it then. We'll see. We'll see how whatever I can set up. Then that's fine. But I don't even know. For all I know, this could have changed. So we'll see. CSBA was moved to North Departure 5 from Old Yard. Don't know why it was there. But it can be renamed, etc. Okay. So that's in North Departure 5. G-Coke SPD on Main 1. Yermo grain cars are set out to Main 2. Train is clear to depart as appropriate. Y-bar to Yermo and Old Yard attached. Freight cars and AI departed down Main 3. When was this posted? That was a day ago. Yeah. Alright, so that's just telling you where everything is. Trim, bowl, Old Yard. All local humps are done. The bowl needs to be cleaned. The next round of humps will be bridge traffic. Many of the pending bars coming in are bridge traffic too. I'm too tired to gather up the power and various yield lag traps right now. Okay, cool. Aside from moving myself to bed. With some of the new help in Barstow, I feel the need to emphasize that the bowl must be cleared before we change into bridge mode. Likewise, when the time comes, the bowl must be cleared when we switch back to doing local humps. Now that's going to change. And I'm going to be facilitating that. If this is not done or the wrong mode is selected, then be prepared to spend a lot of time. Yeah, I totally agree. Side note, any yards getting a bad card, please just send it back to Barstow. It gets a little fuzzy reading all these similar local numbers. In the 1,000 plus cars around Barstow might be more like 700 plus, but I think 1,000 might. Okay. Final note, this means R1, 2, 4, 7, 8, and 10 are clear. Aw, man, we still got some empty tracks in Barstow. You kidding me? That sucks. I was hoping this was all filled, because I was trying to, but that's okay. I was getting tired and going to bed, so all right. So that's okay. But I'll figure. Other than that, I see what everything is, and then I can with what's in receiving. I don't have the information, but then once I hook up on, then I can see what's going on. So It's great. The more information, the better, but you don't have to go too specific only because what basically the report will show it. Other than, you know, do not delete this or do not do that, and that's fine. I'm not too sure what. Oh, yeah, that's because it's going to an outbound train. Okay, so I think I'm okay with what's set up so far. I was really hoping to have more trains. Ooh, what's that? That's funky. Funky. I've never seen a train actually. Oh, yes, I have. So never mind. I've never seen a coal train stop there before. That's kind of cool. Okay. So we are good to go. What do we got here? We got the power. And I know a lot of this was already typed in, but sometimes I just like to explore and see what's going on. That's fine. And this is why I want to get this into the system, so that the more we don't have to type in, the better it'll be for all of us. And there's a new system. So like he said, all of that is hooking up for the next one, which is perfect. As he stated, looks good. There's one local. What is that? Oh, okay, 10. Which, oh, and he didn't want that. Or did he want that? Okay, hold on a second here. I want to see if or anything what was. I remember that train coming in, so we had the 1 in 10, which will be set up for that hump. But he didn't want something removed. Oh, we're already into bridge mode. Okay, whatever. So I'm gonna do that. I thought you didn't want something deleted. That was in the bowl. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I guess we're doing goody goodies. Dang. This is where I really want to get onto figuring out which ones I want to hump and which ones I don't, and all that other stuff. I got the listing here by hooking onto a switcher. Okay, so we got bell cars here. Those I might just trim those out of there. Everything else looks pretty good, other than the locals or whatever, which is fine because we want to get all that out of there. And then we're going to hump like a rabid dog. I don't know. Oh man. So I'm gonna assume bells on a lot of these. Let's see if I can click on these without crashing the server. Because I want to see, and this is the only way I'm gonna really be able to take a look. This is why I want them into the reporters. So I'm gonna click on Tagger. I really want these on the reports. So yeah, there's bells there. Oops, I gotta relinquish that. I love the tag. At least you can see it through the tagger, so that's good. Okay, so that's a good one. So that's a good one to try. 9 maybe. So nine's not 9. 8. 8's a good one. I see bells are on these two right there. I don't even have to look any further. Oops. No, don't want to do that. Give me that. So yeah, Barstow looks good, guys. Good work. It really looks good from what I'm seeing. And hopefully it'll get better soon. So track 9 is the only one that I see, and that one's done. Okay, so we're gonna hump 9. 9? Hopefully everything was restored to manual like I asked, because I really don't want to go in. Good boys. I know it sounds bad, I'm saying good boys, because I always forget the password and I don't like showing the password, or I don't want to show the password on the thing. So alright, there we go. There we get my old contact lens case. There we go. It's so cool to actually have some daylight to see this yard too. This is the way it should be. I hate the fact that there's not the progression, but at least the weather systems do progress, so it does kind of look like it's just the daylight doesn't, but it's okay. I'm fine with that. So I'm going to track 9, I believe. So all I did was say that I started. I don't have to say anything else. The fact that I've started, you know, and if somebody comes along, they know I'm here, and I'll give an update. And it may not be as detailed, and it's okay. I don't want to make people's lives tough, but like I said, if you have information, more information is certainly better. I tend to post long messages. I'm long-winded when I have ideas. I'm long-winded on posts. I'm long-winded when I'm talking, like right now. So I know how it feels when people are trying to go through my information. It's very tough sometimes. But I certainly do want to say, I love these pot lights here. Even in the daytime, they look pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to this today. I haven't worked Barstow in a while. I'm too busy trying to get it. Hopefully we got a good system set up, and I'm actually really looking forward, despite the fact that, you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of things on my own for the holidays. So I'm kind of looking forward to things. You know, I'll leave that switch first. Hopefully people are paying attention. I'm going to walk back over there. He's got an EOT on. It must have been set up for short trail. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it off. Yeah, it don't matter. I suppose it doesn't matter. It's just so nice to be able to. I mean, I'm usually getting home and moved, and it's like 9:25 in the morning, so this would be like around noon my time. It's kind of close to what the time would be had I gotten on the server anyways, but still. Ski will be working probably, I don't know, San Bernardino or wherever. And there's other places, so if Barstow's busy, or like if somebody else was working Barstow, I wouldn't bother them. I'd go find something else to do. And there's other places that I would be interested in trying out. Victorville's a fun one. I enjoy doing that. And we've got Chris is, I believe, going to be working Yermo now, so he's taking that off my hands. So Barstow's the only one that I'm responsible for, so I certainly do want to get back into you know, a more management role of it. I've been busy. I mean, once these holidays are over, I got a funny feeling we may actually be able to what I like about this, with the exception of okay, so everything's been led. With the exception of what's going on, hopefully we'll have some main lines set up and ready tonight. So that'll be really cool. Get ourselves, have plenty of trains available for next session, whenever that is. Oh yeah. Wanted to go into the tagger. So this here, now we know by going into this, we click on right away and then we go into tagger. So we see that we got Stockton, Bell, Lub, Pass, Tull. Stockton, Bell, Lub, Pass, Tull. So basically everything that's going north. There's Kansas City, there's a Rick in there, and that's about it. Not much for... that's interesting. I find that interesting, that it only picked one Rick out of all that. Strange. So now that we have that, so we got a few things. Let me see if you can pull up two things at once. I doubt it, but you never know. You might. Yeah, that's okay. So it doesn't show you what's on your train. I wish it would, but it doesn't. So we already got, didn't we already, hang on a second. Did I get on the wrong train? Because one of these tracks is full, and I thought it was the Bell, actually. 103's Bell. It's hard to tell how many cars you have and what. You can do reports, but you can see 103 has got lots in it. That's not the train I want. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay. Let's pull that one loose. So which one did I want? It's been track 8. Pretty good, cool. Ski and I think we saw one of these engines the other night, didn't we? You can tell by the number boards, it looks very similar, but it was in NS colors. I don't know if it was similar. Looks the number boards look the same. Ski, you back? You yeah? Oh no, you were having lunch. I have to ask him about that. He's big into engines. A lot of people are, especially those who, you know, I'm not saying like Ski never has his camera with. He doesn't have his camera taking pictures like crazy. I have a friend who has a Niagara Rails website. You ever go to a website, Niagara Rails, you'll see where I live. But that's pretty much my area. But, since I'm from the Niagara region, it's gonna, I think it's this. Hopefully then I'll be okay to actually look at this. So the whole concept of, unlike the local trains, the bridge traffic that's coming in is set up in such a way that, well, the way the bridge traffic is set up, set up in such a way that if it's coming from the north, if it was coming from the north, then it's going to have traffic heading south and west, and vice versa. Unfortunately, I can't do that with the locals. I wish I could. The locals, I don't have any control over what tags I have for each symbol. But bridge traffic, I do, so at least we have that. Trying to hit this thing here. Come on. So now I'll take a look at the tagger again. See what's going on. That's better. So this one came from this. I can tell by looking at this. This came from the east. Because it's got stuff. So because this came from the east, now I can go in and I can take a look at the switch list. Because it came from the east, we don't have to worry about Kansas City, Gal, Bell, Tulsa, Stockton's 1, Stockton, Pass, and Baugh. Those ones we have to watch out for. But they're okay right now, so we'll keep an eye on them. Ah, crap. So I think we're okay. But we'll see how it goes. Fly over to this end here. Make sure I'm set up, which so far I look like I am. And possibly later today, if not very soon, I'll be setting up the hump controller a little differently. But I ain't gonna worry about that yet. For now, we don't have to worry about that because there is, yes, when you're doing bridge traffic, that's all you can do, and blah blah blah. That makes sense. But there might be some ways to get around certain things. But I'll not confuse the situation any for now. Okay, so we're set to come. Everything should be fine. I'm just walking my way up. Guess I should give myself a bit more throttle. This is what I meant by my talk about on the forum. One, we have yard masters. We have people who are in charge of things. So now I gotta see what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, because that's when you'll know what's going on. Of course, the other one too is the network, because then you'd see that somebody's operating BARSTOW just by looking at that. Yeah, that's fine. Or selecting engines and cars, like trims. just to see what people are up to. If everybody's got a plan, or like right now I got the hump coming down. Guess I should slow this down a little bit. Oh boy. I'm trying to walk it. Yeah, now I gotta. Because I'm gonna run out of space here in a second. Do the moonwalk up the hump. Oh boy. That's what happens when I start talking. That's not good. I hear them. Oh man. Can I get on this damn thing? Why the hell not? Well, these are the hard ones to get on anyways. Holy crap! What's going on with this thing? Usually I'd be able to get on that no problem. Oh. Those freaking reefer cars, they're hard to get on. Okay, here. I don't need to get on it anyway, so whatever. Alright. I'm going to try pull configuration from host and see if that works without kicking me off. No problem. Not a problem. Alright. So I don't need that right now. We already checked to make sure that that wasn't the south. So the way the bowl is organized is the directions. So you got your south, you got your north, and you got your west. And I love it because I can actually see. That might be something we'll have to eventually get in the habit of. Well, not necessarily. It doesn't matter. It's a 24-hour operation, but it just makes things a lot easier. Oh, helps if I put the help controller active. There we go. So I usually just keep myself in the office here, and then now I'm not eating a snack right now, but it's 1:37. I had lunch around 12:30ish, so it's been about an hour ago. Oh, I put the stupid speed control off, you idiot. Come on back down. Come on back down. I already had it on, but it was set to 10. Wow. 4, 3, 2, come on, 2, 1, and speed control set to 3, right where we want it. Now we can give it a couple notches. See if that keeps the speed up, and we should be good to go. Are those clouds moving? They should be, as far as I can tell they were the other day. I don't know. Maybe not. Any close ones? Not really. Oh, who cares? I thought they were the other day, even with the clock paused. I don't know if storms progress or if other stuff starts happening, but okay. Okay, I'm going to go back. See, I'm going to go way up here. That's what I want, right there. I don't care about the rest of the stuff. As long as I see that. I don't even need to see the clock. I'm going 3 miles an hour. Yeah, who cares? Let's go down here. It'll light up. So I always keep an eye. I keep an ear open for what's going on. There we go. I put the bell on when I'm humping as well, so that the engine's got the bell. Here they go. Let's see how it looks. Don't worry if it goes 301 or anything like that. That's fine. So you're going to see the higher numbers here. If you're with bridge traffic, you're going to see. And I'll go over here. That should work good. Perfect. All right. So yeah, I wasn't eating a snack for once because I actually got home and I ate on the way. But you guys probably think that's all I do is eat. But of course, you know, I'm at work or wherever. That's neat seeing the old and the new reefers. It's actually neat seeing the freaking cars. Oh, darkness. So that'll be good for it too. I mean, unfortunately the way the server is, it's difficult for. Oh, this is what I wanted to do. I want to get that one set up. That's another idea to know how much you got left to hump. But bridge traffic is very, very easy to hump and get an idea of. And this is the thing. You can actually start. You can use two people and coordinating it the right way, especially if you know what you're humping and what's being humped. Like I said before, for example, a trim can go in now and actually start humping those tracks. Now I don't know if he's gone and he's still working. He's just doing his thing, so whatever. He hasn't asked if if anything's needed or whatever, or I have no idea. And if he's on the forum, I have no idea because once I'm on, I'm not checking the forum. And I don't know if he's on the live stream. Well, obviously he wasn't because he didn't know I was here. So. And some people are used to coming in, not seeing anybody on the server or whatever. But, being the last day before the big holiday, a lot of people are having the extra time. So. But yeah, in a situation like this, I could take a look and I could say, well, yeah, you can take, like, for example, 103 can be trimmed. But I don't know what he's doing. I'm not going to ask. I don't care at this point. As long as he isn't getting ahead of my plans, then I don't care. But that's where the communication's needed. You go with a forum post, you see, okay, this is what somebody's doing. And then we have yard masters. We do actually have yard masters. They're normally either admins of the server or they're yard masters. Right now, we've got myself as Barstow, which includes the Boron local. It includes the Boron local and Cadiz. Yermo. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, I forget his name. I feel bad. I apologize. I was gonna say, is it Gary? No, that doesn't sound right. Oh man, I feel bad. I'm bad with names sometimes. He's a fairly new, but he's been really doing a lot of work with Barstow, and he was working Yermo last night. It's in the forum. I'd look. That's another thing too. When you're humping, you don't want to be looking in the forums and all that other stuff. You don't want to be doing anything else. Just let it do its thing. Go do housework. Go, make lunch. Whatever. Oh, okay. That's not. What did I say? That was 103. Or that's 110's the next one's coming. So there's okay. Never mind. Sound like a noob. So now the 110s are going to start coming. 115's the far track. So here they come now. And you can make sure everything's going. Well, that still looks like 10. Is that 110? Oh, I guess it is. Oh, okay. Here, yeah, they're grouping the fives. That is 110. So yeah, there was the last batch of sevens. And I believe I'm not 100% sure, but I think I set them up. I may change the locals around a little bit, and that's going to be based on demand, but we'll see. I really want to get a sense of what the most efficient way to group the locals. But the good thing about this bridge traffic is, yeah, you can probably use two people in here. But like I said, there's so many other things that you can do on the server too. And I mean, Barstow, it's great that people are doing it, but there's West Colton as well. I don't know what's going on in West Colton. It's not my yard. I know they have a nice system set up. That system will be coming here as well, by the way. We'll be taking that system, we'll be actually adding it to the entire line. I'm just going to take a quick look and see what's happening, if anything's happening over there. So 103 will be one of the first ones. I see the cool thing too is you can see the flashing yellow lights. So the uncool thing is, because of the way I have the yard lists set up now, they're all the same, so you don't know which one's which. Actually, why was that way? Because I wanted to have them all changed over. See, they're all supposed to say Y bar bar, not trim 1. Otherwise, you can't read what's in the bowl. So I don't know what's going on with Old Yard. Anything else happening? Not that I can see. It looks like those clouds are moving. I don't know for sure, but I'll definitely miss the progression. Now, more people are getting interested in dispatching too, which I think is awesome. Okay. So he stepped away from it. Yeah, I wasn't too sure if he was doing it. So yeah, perfect. So he just asked what needed, and then that helps me because then I can basically, once 103 is done. So yeah, this works for good teamwork, and then um, he'll take that, and that will allow me to go down and hunt the rest. Where it's difficult, at least right now, to do the humping and trimming is when you're getting into the locals because you almost have to wait and see. And when the server's not on, when you're not running dispatchers and there's not that many people on, channel zero's fine. But this is actually I like the way it's actually much quicker now to get through all this stuff. And yeah, the guys did a great job in Barstow. Things are looking good considering the circumstances, and hopefully the new westbounds will be appealing. I don't know how far they got up last night. I think they got halfway up Needles. The ones I don't know what was coming out of Mojave Sub. How many trains? Ask them. Because he was dispatching. Oh, okay. How many manifests spawned for your side last night? Because I think I had 2 or 3. I thought I had 3, but then I only saw 2, so. Oh, that's reasonable. Five? Oh, 5 hours. Okay. Well, the clock was froze at 4 a.m. We were close to 9:30, and we had the one crash too. Yeah, I can see it. I can see him working right down there. That's cool. So what this allows is the way, because I came from that direction from needles. What he's doing is he's trimming the needle stuff, which allows me to go in and then I can take a look and say, this is why I want to get into knowing what's in the bowl as well, because once you know what's in the bowl on those lists, then you can strategize what ones to hump next, basically. So, but always keep an eye on the bowl. I mean, you can get up, you can go do some chores. I usually used to do that, but actually everything's somewhat clean around here for a change. I mean, I got more cleaning to do, but for now, this is kind of fun just watching this. So knowing the identification of the arrivals will help, and that's going to be part of this new matrix or updated matrix. I'm going to take what Tony's got and apply it to everything. So you can see 101 is being cleared out. He's probably going to be doing a bunch of them. And the cool thing too is because he's he's basically going to fill up the north departure now. I'm looking at north departure. Yeah, so he's got 3 tracks available, or whatever else he's got. Definitely 103 is going to be required the most, but still, he can work one of the segments while I hump the other 2, and then I go down, see how he's doing, and then so working 2 works fine. See, this is where you got to watch it. See, they'll start making noise and coming into each other, but then you got to make sure that they don't stop. Because if they do, then you got to stop the hump and your SOL. Oops. Jesus, Murphy. Okay, good. Where that was 108 that was filling up. So 107 doesn't have much room either. Well, the good news is we're almost through this. So, and that's the other thing I can look at is if it gets too packed, I can take a look and see my train. I may have to fly over just to take a quick look. I got a few more Stocktons. So this is where you wanna make sure everything's okay. I should be fine. I got a few more Stocktons. The auto racks take up a lot of room. I think we're okay. Okay. It's getting tight. Oh boy. Yeah, 111's going to be okay, but I'm going to stop the hump anyways. Just to make sure. Because this is going to... I'm going into the next segment. So this is where you got to keep an eye. I saw a train the other night. It was like stacked all the way up to here and all through. It was like, it was crazy. You don't want that to happen. This is okay. That's okay. So the hump did disable, which is okay. Okay. So the hump got disabled. That's okay though, because now we want to check and see what we got. Okay. And to easily find out that, we know we're going to go into 111. Without checking the hump controller. We can see, do we have any RIC? Oh, we don't even have a RIC set up yet, so what track is that? If it's in here, I can't do it. But I gotta check this anyways, so I'll go to the hump controller. RIC's at 106. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to... You don't have to clear out. Yeah, see, because there's only like a few cars in 101 and 102. They're just a waste. Basically 103. If you have time, then the others, but three should have been the top priority because that's the one that's going to overfill the most. Seven now has become a top priority. Everything else is okay, at least for now. Of course, they will start overfilling eventually, just the way it is. Stockton's are a bigger one. So I can't do anything on the hump for the moment. What I can do is try and just the way almost fit, but then Stockton's a big one because there's a lot of cars that go to Stockton, so that's one that gets filled up. Bell's another one. These two get filled up the most because we have two trains coming out of them, whereas the others they tend to be okay. I wish you can actually do two hump pulls or actually hump configuration. I don't think you can in this. I may have something, but a way of doing it, but I can't think of one right now. Like San Bernardino, like all that other stuff. I don't even know if we got stuff in there, to be quite honest. 1.9, 1.12. I don't think we have anything for those. And that's something that I may have to consider putting in some subtags at some point, just so that the bowl divides itself. So they're because what's happening is those trains actually have what did I say they were? What was the weird? There's some weird ones that aren't being used. 109, 112. And I bet you there's some in 115 too, but I'm not positive on that. No. Yeah, see 109, 109's empty, and then 112. The only thing I think could be filling up on some of them would be I don't know what I was going to say. The only thing I can think of that would be filling up on some of them, I forget what the hell I was going to say. Oh yeah, the locals coming back. So let's see if there's something else I can do, or I could just take a break for a moment. How are we on power? I know we got probably too much. Yeah. Oh my god. I gotta get these out of here. The biggest reason why we have so much power is not only because of the bridge traffic that hasn't come, but because we haven't had enough locals come back. So hopefully that'll change soon. If not, we're gonna have to start sending some out. But I ain't gonna worry about that yet. That's second priority for me. I don't know. Maybe it didn't couple. Who knows? I really need 107 right now. Where's my other trim job here? Where's the other trim job? I gotta find it. Stuff disappearing and coming back on. There. So okay, he's somehow got kicked from the session or something. Yeah, he's back. I think I asked, like, I don't know why he's still playing in 103, but I guess he was in the middle of getting it or something. Well, this is the Like, I was gonna swear I said 103 originally, and he took 102 and 101, but I guess he was figuring to do it, I guess. Sometimes you just gotta set priorities, so I relinquished the hump. All that, he's going to be into the north yard. I'm going into this. I'll be in the south yard, so I'll be able to get this moving. I only got 2 hours, so I'll figure out a plan pretty soon. Is too, while you're not in the session, you can start leaving these switches reversed, because you know the mainline trains are coming in. So. At least get the other trim jobs into position. Now I'm only going to be able to go so far. He's going to need the north yard, then I'm going to use the south yard. Actually, I may not. I may want to stay on this track so I can get closer. Dispatch board shows that yard entry with the cyan color up at the top there. So he's coming, and then he has to cross over to do the north departure yard. Once he flies by, I'm going in to pick up cool. I have to try that. Right alt and down arrow. Ooh. I did have, like I said, I had a plan today, but crap happens, right? And it's 2:30, and now I'm stuck. Holy crap! How about? Okay, how about this then? Okay, so he's moving. laughing at some of my text messages here. Yard power? Hold on. These were... Oh, I forget what track I'm supposed to be on. Data one. Stocked in. I know I cheated. Okay. South departure yard. I guess I stuck with 4. Oops. I like that. That's my new toy. Being able to look out the window like that. That is so cool. Alt down arrow. And then you can use up arrow and what it looks like from the avatar perspective. So cool. Used to be you do it the shift out or whatever. The other thing is when your strings get too big, end up getting out of room. I'm already coming up to the old yard here. Yeah, hopefully know what I'm doing as far as kicking this again. Bunch me together enough so where I can shove my way up, hopefully. So now I'm going to switch over to the conductor side, and I'm going to use that new technique of alt down arrow. Let's see how it goes. And this is the other advantage of having no air. You'll see in a moment if everything works out. kicking has been a lot more challenging for me, but then again, my technique, or either the physics changed a bit with the coupling, or my technique wasn't as good, so. But it's a big time saver. So I got about 3,000 feet behind me. I can hear the air squealing in those cars. Huh? Oh, maybe he stopped that time. So basically, I'm crossing over to the 1, which will give me my south departure lead. Then I cross over into the departure. So now with my head out the window, I can get a pretty good idea. Now, since I'm going to head back forward again, I'm not worried about the tracks or anything like that. So what I want to do is I want to set some independent. Just enough to where it starts slowing down, which it is now. And then I'm going to let go of the throttle. And I heard it. There it goes. Bye-bye. Go back to this view. Cars are rolling. Normally I'd stop before the switch if I was to go back, but I'm getting out of the way. Getting these guys out of the way. Alright, 2:40 p.m. Yeah. Still should be okay, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, back to the humping. Good. Hump controller back on. Oops, I got to let go of my parking brake. Should be able to go. There we go. So now it's basically everything else is going into 103, so I have to be careful. I'm not too concerned about 4 and 5 just yet. Maybe it's disabled. Did it go right? That's not good. Or is it? It's all right. Okay. I'm not sure what happened there. Hopefully that fixed itself, but you never know. Looked okay. This might give me that error again. If so, I'll have to pull it out. Oh, that time. That's going to be too many cars again, you watch. So what had happened was, because I didn't pull clear of the hump after the issue, it caused it to go again. So now I can go in, turn it back on, and everything should be fine. It lost its marbles, basically. We got. That's a local 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 6. Wow. Well, we'll try our best. See what happens. I really want to get to the hump controller. There's all the bell going. Perfect. What is he doing? I don't know why he's having problems. That time it did too. See, now it's working. As long as the stuff doesn't come towards me. I don't know what the issues are. I mean, I know there's a lot of tonnage still in there, but that shouldn't give you a problem now. Shouldn't. Not saying it won't, but shouldn't. That's the key word. Okay, so now we're going to our 106s. I'll wait and see how things look in a moment. But set up to AI, which I forget what track we were under, which is fine. I don't care where it flies out to. Okay. So we don't got too much. We got some cars here, a little bit overage, which is Richmond, which is interesting. It's kind of tempting. The rest look like pretty full sets. So now what I want to do is kind of determine what we've got as far as various yards. So that's not a north. That's from LA. So that's from the west. You can tell just by looking at it. So that's from the west. That I don't know where that's from, but that's probably the other one. That's from the west. That's from the north. North. That's from the west. That's from the north. So we got a few norths, few wests. I think I already figured out what that other one was. I can't remember. But pretty much all of them is going to avoid the first sets here. So we'll see what we can do. And we might have to set up two of them at the same time, like actual two humps. So one does what it can and then stops, and the other does what it can and stops, or whatever. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and start this one up. So normally I'd have the board up and I can set all the switches, but I didn't do that today, so. Yeah, we'll go to notch 3 for now. And then being able to find out what's in various tracks is going to be important as well. There's another way of being able to determine that I probably haven't shown you as well, but I'll show you that. There's reports, there's all kinds of stuff, so I'll notch it to 2. We're going too fast. Notch it to 1. Alright, notch 1. Oh, I knew he was going to be right on me. I think I'm okay at this end, but I'm not sure. I better fly. I know I'm cheating, but hey, what the hell. Yeah, I'm gonna go down here. I hate that little manual switch. Okay. So we will see what we got here. Just coasting for a bit here. So I like to coast once I'm at 10, and then just cut the throttle, let it coast back to get to a slow enough range before I set the speed control. Man, it's 3 o'clock. I'm gonna get a snack. Get to see my buddy in 2 hours. Looking forward to that as usual. And today I had fun today, so this was good. Good day. Looking forward. Despite the fact that, you know, once Christmas Eve comes along, I have to drop him off at 8 o'clock, then I'm by myself, and who knows what else is going to happen. I am looking forward to this time off and being able to get to some stuff. We'll see how I am after I have to drop him off, but, you know. Might have to go notch 3 here if I can't keep speed. Well, I got back up to 3. So we'll see how this one goes. So right now everything's going into 101. And I guess I'll go down this way here. Get to the side. Oops. I went to the side where I had it before. There's a good one. There we go. Empty it out and fill it back up again. Oh, I was going to show you real quick. So right control shows you the switch list, which, because it's Y bar bar, which is what I'm putting for everything now, it's actually giving you what the hump looks like. Now, mind you, as long as they're rolling, you have no idea. So we can see 101 and 103 were pulled. The only ones that I'm dealing with here are the stuff coming 104. I got to watch out for the tulls, the lub blocks. I don't have to worry about pass, VA, lack I have to watch in 111, Watt in 113 and 114 San Diego. But on the other side, you have left control L, and you can go into here. I think it's here. Is it this one? Yeah, that wasn't quite what I wanted. Do I want to go industry configuration? No. No, that ain't it. See, passenger cars junk. It doesn't do anything. So, I was hoping to get. See, I know you can generate a car report, and I can do that ahead of time. The problem is it's so interactive when things are going. It's hard to get an idea to how much tonnage or feet you have. Like you got your weight. Cars that are ready, 150 of them are sitting in the bowl right now. I'm not counting the ones that are going in, so, but that's okay. I mean, the best tool is your eyes. It's a lot easier to hump at daylight. That's something we'll have to consider. The fact that we're running summer means we're going to get more daylight until we get the systems in play, which is a good thing. So we're going to be running summer probably for, what do we got, 3 months? So summer, we will probably be running that for at least the next 21 months. So we're going to be running summer for a very long time. But we are going to progress. We're going to keep it going. The clock will turn itself on, and as more people come and we have more qualified dispatchers and, everything, is trusting and what have you. You want to make sure people, aren't overwhelmed. They know what they're doing. But once we know we have enough people to run the locals and the industries, and I mean, we've had some really good people who know what they're doing and have a lot of time. Unfortunately, they tend to, I don't know. Some people like to do their own thing or push the rules or push their own agenda. And, I mean, yeah, okay, I got agendas and I have concepts because this was kind of originally my baby. In my vision, and some people want the RTS software back. I understand that. I've talked with Ski's on here right now. He knows a lot more about programming than me, so he's qualified to do it more than I am. And he's like, what's the sense? And I tend to agree. We came to the conclusion that it's just, if there's a utility out there that can do it, use the utility, because what will end up happening is he can't even use the utilities that he built for version 1, like the car to find out where we can spawn trains and stuff like that. Now we had a few, but unfortunately, it's too bad because I'd like to see some of those things. We were talking about that the other day, um, over the weekend, back in Fort Erie there. But we were saying it's nice how they have that industry configuration utility, but boy, would it be nice to be able to have that type of track picker to create your own spawn, to create your own spawn locations. Wouldn't that be cool? Even if you have to say, for example, the system requires that you have so much feet. Well, go ahead and you go in and you select the track sections that you want to spawn in, and as long as you meet the criteria of Run8 as far as how long the train can be, because I bet you there's a limit. At least there used to be with RTS. If it reached a certain limit, it actually went over the limit and caused issues. So RTS was by no means perfect. It was actually very rudimentary. And I know a lot of people like it, and I'm flattered that the Run8 team included the XML files from what I've understand for RTS. That's why they kept them. They got rid of them for everything else because of all the threats, I think, that were going on. At least that's what I would assume. And I would rather give up a little bit of security. And I'm very right-sided as far as security, like on the spectrum from between left and right. I mean, I could be social. I can understand. I've been on the left side. I know what that's like. But at the same time, and I know where you get too far right and you're all of a sudden you're too secure. You got like a police state. You don't want that. You don't want everything so locked up that you can't, and that your privacy's an issue and all kinds of other things. I know I'm talking politics here, but what happens is I lost a little bit of my flexibility to help make sure that the integrity of the program is kept going. And I've heard some commentary, or sorry, I know at least one person. Actually, I'll mention it. Yeah, I don't know if it's a secret or anything. Ski actually got the beta for the what do you call it? The big flavor of the month that's come aboard, and I mean it's a juicy looking flavor of the month, I'll tell you, and that is the train sim world. Everybody's talking about it. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it is. It is absolutely gorgeous. Guess how it runs, folks? As soon as I found that out, I was just like, well, I might buy it for my son because he's into eye candy. But as far as computing power goes, I reserve that for Run8. So I'm still thinking about buying it for my son because he loves the eye candy. He don't care about how physics or anything like that or operations. He just wants to run choo-choos. I mean, he's 8 years old. Don't get me wrong. He's a lot mature for his age, but at least right now he likes the eye candy. He's getting into Run8 though. So, but I might show him some. I don't know. I was thinking of buying it for him. I hate to support the competition. I'd rather, buy some roots or whatever else is coming up. But well, dang, I better get off this computer for a few minutes and go take care of some business. And everything seems to be going pretty good at the moment. 103 is filling up, but we got 104s now. I'll just zoom in for a little bit here just to see what we got. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Not too many cars to go, and then I'll go find another north. How big is North Departure? I was just gonna go to the washroom and grab a snack. Very short. why add power to it then? Or, sorry. Okay. I think that'll go for a few minutes. Yeah, we're looking good. All right, be right back. So now it gets interesting because this one was from the north. The next one I'll probably grab. I grab the one from the west, but that's going to fill up that south track there anyways. 105. Love's another one that loads up. And I might try a different strategy here that works well when there's one person. I don't know how many actual units run or do what things in Barstow at one time. I think it's on the list, but having a couple sets for trims and a couple sets for humps, even if I have to stop the hump, having another hump train getting ready to fill the bowl up to a certain point might work well. We'll see. Cool. Don't touch it. He touches something, the server crashes. I viewed Tagger, no problem. Is that where it crashed? Ah. Correct. Alright, so it should be good for, let's see, any issues there. So I'll show you a bit of a strategy. Wait till it starts moving, then I hit relinquish when stopped. Just like that. I didn't do it last time. That's something I forget to do. It's kind of a different way of doing things, so that's not too bad. 105. Yeah. So where did I put my other engines? They come all the way down here. Oops. So I'm gonna relinquish. No, I don't want to do that yet. Figure out what one I want. I don't care which one I take now. I just want to take one. I'll take this one. Why not? Oops, I want that one. So we are doing good. So the other guy will come back. And then we've got... Here comes now. He's over on that side, and he's gonna probably stop at the switch, I imagine. Which is good. That's kind of where I want him anyways. So I'm under full AI control now. Just going to see what's going on at this end of the yard, if anything. He's pulling Lovelock. He's got to start dumping the air on these things. That's why he's breaking couplers. That shouldn't be squealing, I don't think. Anyways, I tried. You hook up, close the angle cock, and then dump the air, and away you go. So that one's being emptied. It's a good one. That's weird how it's still squealing. Yeah, I don't hear it back here. I hear it back in the cars. Like there's air or something that's not bled through, because it takes a while for the air to pump out, right? That all sounds like air brakes. Might not be, but could be something the way Run8 does things. I don't know. Okay. Yep, he gave up. That's good. It's okay, I'll take him. Relinquish. What the hell I did there. Okay. I want to see if mine squeals. Well, actually, I'm going to be pushing it the other way, not pulling, but I think it's probably a network thing. I guess. I don't know. Oh. I don't know why they insisted that you had to be on the ground now. I get the... Oh, crap. I want that one. I get the whole realistic or trying to be realistic, but I think that should be determined by whoever's running. Like, my point of view is, yes, I'm flying around, but I know there's more than one guy running an engine. And he's back there throwing switches already while I'm getting ready. You know what I mean? But, anyways. Call me a knucklehead. So, let's see. What do we got this time? Oh, shoot. I didn't even look at my train. That was dumb. Going to Tiger. Looks like I've got northbounds. So I got see if it squeals at the other end. Yeah, that's weird, huh? I mean, mind you, I'm shoving as opposed to the other, but... Okay, get in the tower, I should have controller. Uh-huh. Oh, dang. Looks like car's going out now. Chris, that's his name. Why did I think it was Gary? Couldn't think of his name earlier. So yeah, he's doing Yermo. Why did I think Gary for some reason? That's weird. At least I should be. So I didn't get over to the hump controller changes, but that's okay because we had work to do, so that's good. I think that's all I'm having of those for now. Okay, now I'm going to let it go. So I get up to around 10 and then I just let it go. Just double check if the hump's clear. Or the hole's clear, I should say. Should be. See any activity down there? Yeah, he's over at the other end. Okay. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if like storm systems progress. I'm pretty sure I'm too far away from the wind. Maybe I'll go fly up to one. Hopefully it doesn't cause issues. Is that the closest cloud I got? Man, it's a long ways away. I gotta find Barstow again somehow. Holy crap, like where am I? There we go. Well, hopefully I'm still controlling my train. It says I am. Ah, you bugger. It disappeared on me. Oh, doesn't that suck? Okay, fine. Okay, I'll go 3. It was weird, just one Rick car. Did the cloud come back? That must be distant clouds or something. But I saw them before, it was just weird. There's not that many today, so I'm not gonna worry about it. All I know is once the clock goes, things start working, so. As long as we have weather, I definitely want the weather. But I don't want to crash the server either, so I'll live without it. I don't think it has anything to do with it. I think it's just server based. Oh boy. So there's only one other train left in Barstow right now, which is in 10 for the other non-bridge traffic. These are all going 101 so far with the exception of him. Gonna have to take a look at that list of trains as well, and then start looking at the schedule with 9:25 in the morning. Yeah. See what morning trains we could potentially depart or not. Lovelock's a mystery. I think we got too many cars for that, but I might have to. Or there's one of them. I can't remember which one it was, but. Doesn't have to be perfect anyways, as long as it's somewhat reasonable. And I think there might be some other potential locations too, but I'm not sure. Ah, crap. I gotta be the leading engine to see that? Okay, I can do this. I'll have to use that one then. Because I went into lead engine facing instead of doing it the right way. I don't have my graph. Now the cool thing is, like I said, if you have another person that's there, they can kind of keep an eye out for you and get ready to trim any overfulls, I should say, overfills. Stop the hump and trim it. But the other thing that can be done is you can get the AI set up to take the rest of that train and pull it back, at least out of the way. Then go get the other hump and start humping another one. So you can actually hump two trains at once and just pull him out of the way while then, you bring the other guy down, or you can just stop it and go do trim yourself, which works just pretty much the same way. Once you got all your cars, you can even take trim and just hit AI and send it down towards the other signal. That works too. So there's a lot of ability to use AI as virtual crews in the yards without having to do all the grunt work. So you can really get a lot done. Of course, having other people around who wanna do teamwork is fine too. I'm not against teamwork. I've been always for it as long as people know what's going on and understand. If somebody has a plan. Not enough people post what they want to do. They just come on whenever, and they don't post any interest. They don't post what they're doing. And it's just like, okay, well, had I known somebody, for example, was in Barstow, like I said today, if I had known somebody was in Barstow and they were working, I probably would go with Plan B. I would have done something else. Not to say I wouldn't be on the server, but I would do something. I'd find something else for myself to do. Mike and I, we used to run Barstow all the time, hump and trim. And it's a lot different now. It's totally different because now there's so much generalization in the way things are laid out. It's hard to get a good sense of flow, but in the same way, the old way wasn't that prototypical either. So, but there's more tools available now, so I like the fact that you have the tools. You can get to just running trains and still being prototypical. I mean, I think Ski's over. Let me see here. Let's see. Wow, we got a lot of people on the server. What was that? I thought I saw a ping there. It said 3,000 for a second. What the hell's that? Chris is over at Yermal. Ski's not on? I thought he was... Oh, no, he had to take off. That's right. Totally forgot he was gone. Yeah, Chris is working Yermal right now. And there's Dave. So I don't know how much work's going to be available at Yermo either. I backed off on Nebo, but I mean I can always add it back in, or it can be added back in. The problem is Nebo's all it is really is the grain and Nebo, and I think we've backed off on Nebo. So I don't know how much is going to be available. I mean, there's a lot of grain right now. I just don't know. It may become less and less of a thing. Nebo's not really operational, and I don't know what else you can really do out of Yermo, to be honest. But it was one of those things that weren't getting done, at least not for me, because I had too much to do in Barstow. So I imagine there's other stuff around. I mean, Tony's got a big plate with San Bernardino and West Colton. I mean, I don't see why those can't be split, perhaps, maybe. So something to consider. I mean, I'm not saying that Tony should split up his work. If he wants to do it, go for it. At least it's getting done, that's all, And there's opportunities for other people. There'll always be opportunities to run Barstow and Dispatch. We've had a lot of different dispatchers lately. I was actually getting a little bored last night, to be honest. Which was fine. I kind of liked it because it was nice to have a relaxing. I think Nebo has been dead for a long time. Most images I had showed nothing. In fact, we have lots of industries that are probably active now that weren't in version 1. I don't know why I'm typing that, because I know he's reacting to just the live stream. The yeah, Nebo, every image that and Nebo, believe me, if Nebo was an active industry, I would use it, because that thing is lots of switching. It looks like a lot of fun, and it gives Yermo a lot more of a purpose. Yermo, it's just the grain. Now the grain transfer, that's something I know that exists, and it's something we weren't doing before. Now it's there, so that's cool. I don't know if we got bare table trains coming yet, because we have no way of we have to have the bare table trains come in, because what happens is they all go on containers. So I don't know what's going on with that. If Tony's got any bare tables worked out, that's something that you might have to ask with Tony and see if he's got. I might have missed it too. That if that's all set up, not. 'Cause I don't know. May or may not be. How are we going with tracks here today? We got, I know 10. Let me just go take a look. Let's see what we got here. 10 is a local. I got, yeah, just a little bit left over of that. So yeah, we only got pretty much 3 trains. Cool. Yeah. Tulsa's filling up again. Better take a look. Oh, okay, good. Okay, I gotta make sure I got no more Tulsas on my train. Pass, Lub, Va, Bell again. Stockton. Good. That. So now it's doing the north, so you got your, well, except Lovelock. Lub and Bell. Okay. Which I think we're okay. Yeah, oh yeah, we're good this time. Perfect. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the Coke train. I'm not sure what happens for BNS, to be honest. So what the data was showing me is that that train, that grain train, went to Barstow and it made a drop there. I don't know where that drop is supposed to go. I'm not. I'm not sure if that drop was supposedly going to Bakersfield, and I think I had that set for Bakersfield originally, like Frito-Lay or some crazy thing like that, which really didn't make much sense. But I don't know what that is for, and for all I know, that data could be invalid, despite the fact that the data is very valid as far as number the trains that run on the Needle Sub 2010-2012. The data is very valid because it's from a needle subconductor, and it matches most of the train data that I've seen for the needle sub. UP side, he doesn't have a clue as to what information. He just basically is using examples. Everything was dailies. So that's the data the data set we already always went through. Bakersfield side, we didn't really have much, unless it came through Barstow. And that did not include the West Colton stuff, or Yermo for that matter. So that was just a toss-up. So there's probably better data for those out there. And we've already seen some coming up, so that's a good sign. At least the some of the data. Scott, he's got a lot. Scott, and I'm talking not Bear, but SMRY, Scott Martin. He's got a lot of knowledge pertaining to. He actually helped me with a lot of the various data and trying to fill in some of the blanks. So I don't. Some of it's just a mix of whatever. Other than that, I really don't know. Train orders, a little bit of research, a lot of Google Earth. If you do a Google Earth image of Nebo and you start doing historical data, you're not going to find anything in there. The grain load, that's a different story. I never really did a good look at the yard to see, but I know that was active. Scott was the one that let me know about that before I found out about it in version 2, that was an industry that was added. So what we got going on here? Edwards Air Force Base, that's another one that I've reduced in the new configuration file. I know that that's not been active for a very long time. They basically the reason, and this was actually Dale had mentioned this to me. You know, maybe I shouldn't even be mentioning that, but he had mentioned to me as far as what Brad likes to run, and he likes to run a lot of the older engines and some of the older eras. So this is where you're seeing a lot of the throwbacks to some of the older engines coming out, I think. But that's also why you're seeing some of the industries that are active as well, because a lot of these industries, yes, they're there, but they're not really active. Some of them, the tracks have been ripped out. King Pack Potato, we never ran cars on that last track of the industry, but now that we switched over to version 2, we're using it. But that is a building. If you look on Google Maps, you will see that yes, King Pack is active, but they don't use 2 tracks, they use the 1, and the closest track to the building is now the building. So they ripped out the track and took over and added to their facility onto the old right-of-way. So, okay, so what do we got for bells here? So Tulsa just filled up. Oh, Bell, we got plenty of room, so that's good. So we got that. After that, Stockton. Okay, this is looking good. I know this doesn't look as good on live stream when I'm running all over the place, but sorry guys. I gotta take a look and see what the yard's looking. Stockton looks pretty good. I forget where the hell Stockton is. To north, so it's got to be around here somewhere. Well, maybe I haven't put it yet. Oh, there it is. I mean, one of my little pet peeves. I don't care. Actually, it's a very small one, but it irks me to see Vancouver knowing a lot of the trains. I really don't know what's on them. And I can have various research, but you know the Vancouver, Washington one, lots of box cars and lots of loaded lumber because it comes from the Pacific Northwest and Canada. So you're going to have a lot of that stuff that comes in. And it irks me to see... What's this one going to? Well, that's going to Stockton. I don't know why empties are going to Stockton, but whatever. And I mean, you got auto. There's so much mishmash of different. I'm a very purist when it comes to waybill matching, and I'd like to see you can play around with off-world industries. You can do all kinds of magical things in this program, believe it or not. But then there is some limits as far as if you take away, if you give, put it this way, if you give the control completely to the system to do local transits as opposed to bridge traffic with tags, what happens is you're going to get those coming up on every train that comes from every potential destination. It would be nice if they had a template or the ability to choose different local types. Then at least you could say Pacific Northwest local type or Northeast local type. Something that makes it look like it should. Because a lot of this, I don't know half the industries, but you know where like certain auto racks are going to come. You know you're going to get a lot of auto traffic coming from Michigan. I mean, there's other places too, but that's the kind of thing. As a purist who loves the waybills, I want to see. Now, have I given up on that? Yes, for now, because I think it will come, and I encourage. Perhaps we band together and get some suggestion lists of our own. I know Run8 Depot has one. I'm not on that forum, but from an RTS standpoint, perhaps we need to have our own list. And believe me, there was a lot of our recommendations. I don't know if it was our specific recommendations or mine, but there was a lot of stuff that got added that I wanted to see. There was some other stuff that got taken away, but you know, hey, that's okay. It happens. If something isn't working right and you're cut for time and you know you got to make money and pay the bills, eventually you have to cut certain things, and unfortunately the scheduling system is the one I'm talking about. I wish that was in there. That would save a lot of issues, but that's okay. We're working with it. It's not perfect, but it is 10 times, I think, better than what version 1 had. I still strongly believe that. I'm willing to give up on some of my anal waybill, I don't know, fetishes or whatever the hell you want to call it, just to be able to run a hump, run some trains, do some switching. At least the locals make sense. So, I mean, that part and the fact that you have the tagging, that is absolutely fantastic. But there, I can see, I mean, this is only the first release of version 2. Look how many updates we got for version 1. I'm sure they're going to be looking for constructive ideas, and we'll give it to them in time. But we're still figuring things out a little bit. So, 4:03. I got time to hump one more. I got time to hump one more. It's just now I gotta pick and choose carefully here. Come on, baby. Okay, so we want to stay away from Tulsa's for sure. So we want to stay away from the south. All right, let's see what we got. We want to stay away from the south. We could do the small one. I'm not too sure about that. That one's going south. That one's going south. I think they all. Oh shoot, they all are going south, which means I have to trim. Okay, that's all right. Track is he coming back down? Can't remember which track he came from. And I got a lot of cool things in store for this, whether it be running or whatever is needed. I got a lot of plan A's, B's, C's, D's for this holiday weekend. I'm not back until Wednesday as far as work, so I got my son until Christmas Eve, and then I am available for the most part. I don't know, at some point I might get him for a tiny bit, but it ain't gonna be much, I don't think, because yeah, I get him for New Year's, so he's going to want to play with his toys, I'm sure. Alright, okay, so that's set up. So yeah, I'm going to go over to... I think I had him relinquish when he's... Yep. Alright. So what do we got here? That's like some kind of local thing, and I'm not too sure. So again, before I'm pulling something, I'm seeing what we got. Tulsa is going to be north departure. I don't know why I was thinking of the other. Alright, what the heck is that? Man. What is that? Okay, what the hell is this train? See, I heard something about moving engines, not building trains. This is what I asked about earlier. Oh, man. Okay. So I have... This is what I said earlier. Because I asked about it. I was like, are we building trains? Like, what's going on here as far as the departure yard? And all of a sudden there's a train here that has EY. I mean, we're in Barstow. Yeah. It wound up in departure. Last night. Then Digi was moving engines or something. I thought just a power move. Because I was concerned he was building a train or something. So the cars were going in a Barstow, now they got engines on them. I don't know. This is why I asked. This is why when if I'm, you know, just ask me. You say I'm gonna add locals to 4 or 5. I'm like, okay, well, what's in 4 or 5? It's like then I heard light power. Let me ask what's next. Give you know, what do you want me to do next? That's the kind of thing I like to do, not just assume I need this done. I need trims done sometimes. Yeah, I could use those. Dang it. Because that's filling up a track for... I don't even know what the hell it is. Let me bring the trim down. 410. Almost time to get out of here. Wonder if it was the coal transfer to go back to UP. Mike might know on that one. I have no idea. This is why. I mean, I heard about the communication thing, or it was asked, which was cool, but I didn't know what it was about, and I didn't take a look. And I was like, I'm going to move 5 to 4, and then I said, well, what is it? Because I was too busy doing my thing, and I heard something power transfer. I was like, oh, okay, it's just the engines. Because I thought, oh, okay, it's just the engines. Yeah, move them together, get them out of here, or whatever. What's BA? BA is Barstow, as far as I know. There shouldn't be an fact, I think they were moved off of the main line last night. There was cars that were sitting on a main. The coal transfers are supposed to be on the main 1 or 2. They're not supposed to be in the, what do you call it? Oh, shoot. My track. I'm getting all flustered here. Oh well, at least I got a track open. That's all I care about. Otherwise, I would have had to move that crap out of the way. I mean, like I said before, I mean, it's great that people are helping, and actually, it was a great help with some of the trims today. Sped things up. You know, as long as people aren't trying to do too much or trim 5 tracks full or whatever. This is why I'll post a message. I'll say, "Run in Barstow." Okay. I highly encourage others. If people want a shot at Barstow, that's okay. I'm cool with that. Just post a message, and I'll stay clear. I'm not gonna come micromanage everybody that's running a yard. It's just, but if I'm gonna run a yard, I'm running a yard. And I've let a lot of people lately run the yards, and I'm sure a lot of them, you know, I mean, like I said, the yard looks great. And it does. I mean, the yard looks great. I haven't even touched it. Okay. There's a coal transfer that comes in. BNSF brings some coal cars, then it goes off to a UP. UP does the same thing, and that's all that's for. You know something? 414. This is where in single player you can give yourself a lot of time. He's going over to self departure here. I think he's okay. I know it's 15 miles an hour. So he's self departure. He's going to wind up way the hell down here. So what happens is you just forget it and leave it. But he's not running for some reason. I'm not too sure why. There's got to be something in its way, or a switch against it. Should be anyways, but who knows. Green, green. I've seen other weird stuff happen, so. He should be going. Okay, he's going red here. Green. Why the hell is not moving? Usually that runs. Okay, why don't he like that? You don't like it. I don't know why. I've seen this happen before, and I'm not too sure why. The only thing I can think of is this switch here where he doesn't like one of the others, or I hit relinquish too soon. I don't think I did that. Does that make him happy now? Got AI on, I don't care. I'll try one more. If not, I'll move him myself. I see it. Nothing but green switches here. .417. I wanted to get one more hump in if I can. Green, green. He should be like moving way the hell down there right now. But he's not. Alright, how about I throw this switch? Maybe that'll make him happier. Really? That sucks. Dale told me they would do that. Yeah, Dale told me, oh yeah, when you're trimming, you can just set it to AI and they'll go. Fine. Alright, so what track do I want? I wonder. I guess I already got one choice, and that's self-departure 5. Ugh. I can't wait to get some of these other goofy things out of here. Alright. Self-departure 5 it is. To move to cab view because this thing's relinquishing and it's stupid. There. Yay! My train. There we go. Ah, well, it's fun to kick anyways. Who cares? Oh, there's a little small pump I can do. There's a teeny little tiny one. I love that view. Right alt down. Woo! That's tight. Some of these are gonna overstep their boundaries, I think. I love that view. Right alt up and down. Ski had found that earlier before me. Oh shoot! Pay attention. That's dumb. Too busy admiring my view and forgot to set it up here. Okay, so we go here. Jump out 15 miles an hour. This way. I can barely see the counter from that side, but that's okay. Ah, who cares? Go back and let you see. Yeah, you might want to talk to Tony. I mean, Yermo's a good start, but I got a funny feeling Yermo's eventually going to get dead for you. If you're looking for more, see if Tony's willing to help you, like maybe with the we back up each other anyways. But see if he's willing to give you either a little bit in West Colton maybe, or San Bernardino. The other one being UP, the guys up at Bakersfield might have some stuff too. I don't know. I mean, Barstow, people run Barstow all the time, as you can see. It's a magnet for the epicenter. Everybody goes here for, I don't know who runs West Colton. I'm sure it's run, but it just, I know I know of at least, I would say, 6 to 8 people that will run Barstow on a regular basis. But yet, I know certain locals never get touched. I mean, all you gotta do is control. Watch this. So that's the bowl. I should be paying attention to what the hell I'm doing. All right, I got time. Who cares? So start at the top. So that's got some time. Oh crap. That's so that's BNSF Bakersfield. That's been ready for a bit. Now guys are over it, so there's a local that's ready, which I think can run. I'm not sure. We know that one, Boron, but that of course has to. That's still being worked on. Cadiz as well. 53. That sat there last night. There's all kinds of other SJVR ones that are ready. I don't know what that is. Of course, that's me. Edison. Oh, there's my beep. At least I got a beep to keep me paying attention to what the hell I'm doing. Cargill, that's another one that's ready. The Cargill switcher. There's other ones too. Oh yeah, the Auto, San Bernardino Auto, that's another one that's ready. West Colton Trim. And I think that's it. So all it takes is people to take a look at that. And I mean, yeah, Yermo hasn't been touched. That's another one, so I'm glad you're taking that. So that's good. But people will come to Barstow. They'll think Barstow needs to be done. Barstow needs to be done. I get it. It just doesn't need. It doesn't need 8 people here. I don't know how to say it any plainer than that. It just doesn't need 8 people there. But yeah, it's popular. I get it. I've always liked Barstow too. That's why I kind of kept California as opposed to went to Florida, because I enjoy Barstow and the hump and all that other stuff. I like running locals too, but I was having some fun in San Bernardino the other night. Okay, so 425. I guess I'm just going to be able to kick this and probably call it after this. So get this set up. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Yep. Exactly. So Alt. So if you hit Alt, the right Alt and down, you get the look at the window view. I think that is so sweet. Oh, did I switch myself? Yeah, I did. Okay. Good. Alt and down. I gotta watch my speed. Boom! 10 miles an hour. So I love that view. I don't know if the animation shows different with me with my head out. It used to be, it looked like you were sitting down at the chair and you were kind of levitating outside your cab. It's pretty cool. So I can either use this view or I can go back to my conductor and get an idea. three engines sometimes is a little tough to gauge where your cars are, but you can start seeing it. Yeah, I'm not going to get any more. I'm going to post a small report and give up the yard for now. Wanted to get that little small hump going, but that's okay. And again, nothing detailed has to be reported. At least not yet. We'll deal with the tracking system later. That might come later in the weekend. So yeah, I gotta leave in about 10 minutes. I will be back Christmas Eve night. In some capacity. Okay, I'm gonna set my brake. Just a little bit. That didn't work, I don't think. I screwed it up. Shoot. I didn't have enough independent brake and I should have let go slowly. Oh well. Stupid thing recoupled. You gotta drag the independent brake and then slowly let go of the throttle, otherwise it will recouple. It never did that in version 1, it does it in version 2. I guess that's realistic, I don't know. Check my other end. Oh, plenty of room. I don't know why I was thinking that. Right. So I'll just give it one. Hey. Easy there, fella. Alright, I'll give you a kick. Let me try this one more time. Because I want to kick it down there. Try it one more time. Then I gotta go. So I'm giving myself a lot of brake now. Better. Should have been going faster. Okay. Yeah, I didn't kick too far. Some of this is looking interesting. That thing isn't. No, we're still a ways away from builds. Bell's going to be the first train that gets a build. And I know there's an early morning one, so it might be sooner than later. But I don't know if I'm ready yet for it. Check tagger. We have got 86 cars. Length of 5,000. Oh, we have the total tons here. I see length. Weight. Oh, okay, 7361. Yeah. I think that's a candidate for a build, really. Problem is we got more stuff coming in the yard still. But it's possible. Well, we'll see what we can do. We don't want them too big. Bell. It's going down the desert, so it can go at 1.5 anyways. Yeah, so we've got tracks 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 10. Okay, so what I'll do is I will put a forum post. Always hit the refresh button. That was the old one. I want to go back to the one I had, which is today's. Okay. So Bell is getting big in departure. And is close to a build. Keep an eye on tonnage requirements for needles. R10 can stand by until later. R10 can stand by until later. Once we go back to local sorting. Lots of work out there besides Barstow. So I will be back on Christmas Eve, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to either run bar or do whatever is needed elsewhere. Blah. So that's all you have to do for a post. Anything that was changed, you know, what's been trimmed, you know, what's in what track and all that. Hopefully that'll be more automated once the registry comes in. So, you know, knock on wood with that. But yeah, once you refresh this, then your posts will go through. If you have a forum open for a long time, that's where you get the timeout things, and it doesn't like it. It just loses its mind, basically, as I like to call it. So, so yeah, it's 4:37 p.m. I am going to, I'll take one quick look at any other wiki activity, But there's a lot of posts up here, guys. If you're not sure what other things there are to do, you know, availability, I mean, this is underutilized. There's key people that use it, which is really cool. Chris made a post in here about an hour ago. He's on right now. You know, and suggestions and everything. There's basically, I have no problem when people disagree with me. Okay, that's cool, because there's a lot of times where I haven't got what I wanted, so that's totally cool. It's not about me. So don't be afraid to disagree if you don't like my idea or you like somebody else's or whatever. I don't care. That's cool. Yeah, monolith. Oh, okay, that was talk about everything else is fine. Tony is doing a lot of stuff still. UPS West Colton. You can look at Chris. I know you were watching this, so you can look at speaking with Tony if you have his email. If not, I'll try to get you through, or I'll mention it to Tony over. Probably not during the holidays or whatever, but maybe later in the weekend or whatever. So, but yeah, for anybody else, I've already speaking to Chris a little bit. So he's got a handle on Yermo, what's going on there right now. But anybody else, the key here is, and I got 1 minute, then I got to run. The key here is basically left control L, and you want to start up from top to bottom. You just take a look at the jobs. Some of them can run with AI or during a session, others can't. You'll just have to learn. Like this one, this isn't going to change. But you go through here. Simex, Acon. If the local is there at Simex, it can be potentially transferred. That's depending. But there's other ones like this one. BNSF Bakersfield's a tricky one. If it requires use of signals or going out, I think a lot of this does. It's probably something that needs to be run during a session. There's some potential exceptions that we're going to be willing to say, but then we were even talking today about Cargill. How Cargill should be something that's run during sessions. So it's a matter of availability. Borax, we know that we have stuff we got to get going there. Edwards will hopefully die down pretty soon, so we're not going to have so much of that. Cadiz is another one which isn't too bad right now, actually. The rock unload is a pain. That's all I got to say about that, but if you want to go play with that, have fun. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't even want to know what the hell's going on with that. I upped it big time. So, there's some locals. I'm not too sure about that one. I think that needs access to the mains. Ditto. Some can, if they can get to Lone Pine and the cars are there, great. But there's posts on those. Ditto with SJVR. There's a lot ready. I know there's been posts in the forum about those as well. So this is where you can see, like, okay, this is what's available. It doesn't necessarily mean you have access to it. West Colton, I have no idea what's going on. That's another yard that there's, humps or whatever that potentially is available, and there's posts. I don't follow them usually, so I don't know. Anyways, I gotta get going. But that's all I wanted to say about that. So if you guys are following and you're looking to do work or whatever, I mean, ideally we want to be able to have everybody have as many opportunities at everything, and hopefully we'll get more dispatchers, more sessions. But the key is, once we have the people running the trains and the locals and all that other stuff in between, then things will get better. So but that's pretty much about it for now for me. I'm out of here, and I'll be back on Christmas Eve. So if you see me there, I will see you then. If not, have good Christmas and all the other holidays and festivities, and we will see you whenever. I'll be back on Christmas Eve night. I'll probably stream then. See ya.